Hello everyone and welcome to our program. If you're meeting me for the first time, I am Teresa and welcome to today's program. Today I want us to talk about things that you as a parent should not assume that your teenager or your college child knows when going for a job interview. Now, I believe that children should be able to work. Young people should be able to work even when they're in high school or in college. It is good, it teaches them responsibility. So today I want us to talk about some of the things that we may assume our children know, but they don't. And especially because our teenagers and our young adults, they like to use the word, I know. And they carry themselves like they know everything, but they sure don't. So I want us to go over 6 things that you as a parent cannot assume that they know, that you should guide them through when they are going for a job interview. Number 1, you cannot assume that your teenager or your college child knows how to dress for a job interview. Now, I learned this through the hard way this past summer. My daughter was applied for a job at the daycare center, and she was called for a job interview. She showed up well dressed, and she was told to come again the following week for a second interview. And the second interview was supposed to be with the owners of the daycare center. So my daughter showed up for the second interview, and she was told by the owner that we will let you know whether we have a position. Go, we will communicate. A week went later and I asked her, what happened to that job? She said, I don't know, they haven't called me. So I did some digging. I knew somebody who works there, and I said to them, how come you told me you were hiring and my daughter did not get the job, or she hasn't heard from you? And she told me, let me tell you the truth, your daughter showed up for the second interview with jeans that are ripped off by the knees. You know those jeans that kids wear that make them look so poor? That's how she showed up. And even though my daughter is one of the kindest children, she is kind, she's so nice to kids, and she would do a great job, the first impression that she left is that she don't care and she doesn't take herself seriously. That's the first impression that these people got on her because of how she was dressed. So as parents, it is our job to make sure that they know how to dress when going for a job interview. Number 2, you cannot assume that your child knows about the company that they're applying for. Our children need to be encouraged to do some research. They need to go online and study the company. What do they do? What are they known for? When you go on the website at the bottom, it says About Us. They need to hit that and get to know what the company is known for and what the company does. I remember my friend telling me how her child went for a job interview at Panera Bread, and the child was asked, what is your favorite meal here at Panera? And he answered, I don't know. He did not get the job. At least he should have said bread, because that's what they make, even if you don't know. But what I'm saying, the point I'm making here is that encourage your teenager, encourage your college child to do some research about the company. Number 3, you cannot assume that your teenager or your college kid will be on time. Our children like to run through the last minute, rush through the last minute. Please encourage them to arrive 10 to 15 minutes before the appointment. 10 to 15 minutes. Another 4 thing that you cannot assume is that they know how to answer some of the most commonly asked questions. I remember when I first came to this country, my first job interview was at the UN. And I remember being asked, tell us about yourself. And my answer was, I don't know. It's hard to talk about myself. I only know what people say about me. No. Parents, we need to let our children know that one of the most commonly asked questions is, tell me about yourself. Describe yourself. And the answer that the employer is looking for is, I am reliable, I am dependable, I am a good communicator, I am a good team player, I get along with others, I am teachable, I like to learn new things. That's what they're looking for. They're not looking for you to tell them, I'm an A student, I have a GPA of 4.5, I am the best soccer player. No. Learn what they want to hear and tell them what they want to hear. Another thing that you parents, and I am included, we cannot assume is that our children understand non-verbal communication. Now, non-verbal communication is very important, and it's lacking in a lot of our young people. They need to know how to shake people's hand. They need to be able to maintain eye contact, look at people when they talk to them, nod, engage and look like they're interested. Some of these skills are lacking in our children, and we need to encourage them and tell them, look at people in the eyes when you talk. Shake hands when you enter a room. Shake hands when you leave a room. The last thing, number 6, that we cannot assume our children know is that they need to have a resume. When you go for a job interview, you need to bring 3 or 4 copies of resumes. And our children are not being taught this at school. So it's our job as parents to encourage them. If you go online, even on Microsoft, download a template for a resume. Even if the resume has very limited information, because young people don't have a lot of information, just put something down and bring the resume in a nice folder and make a few copies and bring a notebook and write some notes, take some notes as you get interviewed. Listen, no one in high school is teaching these skills to your children. Our children are not learning these skills in high school. Therefore, as parents, it's our responsibility to teach them, encourage them, do a mock interview with them, and prep them and prepare them for success. And yes, you can. Yes, you can. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you are notified when we upload the next videos. We do not take you for granted, and when you subscribe, you let people know about our message. Thank you for watching us, and yes,